Hello, welcome to our Thursday 3 p.m. meeting. We're looking at week 8 module right now. For this week, let's see here. Do you guys have any quick question for me? Okay. We have a lot to do this week, despite this being the midterm point of the semester. We got 4 chapters with 3 quizzes. The last quiz covering chapter 20 and 21. So that's 20 questions for the third quiz. The first 2 quizzes are just 10 questions each. We're looking at the PowerPoint PDF here on words, saying and suggesting the words that we use do influence decision makings, and it will to powers. We're looking at 2 poems, very short poems that are available on this file. Okay, it is, I believe, slide 8 or 9. Oh, actually 6 or 7. Okay, here are the 2 poems, Epitaph and Epitaph on a Dentist. These are our 2 actual poems that you can choose for your poetry essay and or your research paper. We also have we have longer poems, The Mother and the Song of the Open Road. Okay, so these will be attached to this week's discussions forum. Okay, next is our quizzes. So once again, well, this should say 3 attempts, not 2. The quizzes are to help you to help you review important terms and concepts from the chapter. Just gonna change this real quick. Looks like people have submitted. People have taken the quizzes this week, and so you can too. Excuse me. This should also say 3 times. They are due on Friday. Let's look at the quiz statistics and see. Ah, wow, cool. 97%, that's great. Okay. Those people who've taken the quizzes are doing well, I suppose. And then we go to the discussions forum. You have the first task on the PowerPoint here, and you have 6 choices, the slide and slide groups. So you only need to choose 2 of them. You just need to choose 2 of them to respond to. You either choose slide 1 or slides 6 through 8 or slides 11 through 12, 15, 17 through 21. Okay, so choose any 2 of these and post your responses here. Okay. If you missed this video, I thought is powerful, even though it is old, been around for a while. Many students, which might include you, have probably watched it, but here we're watching it for to realize that words have a lot of power attached to them. So choosing words carefully is precisely the point of this task. The third task asks you to look at the mother and answering 5 questions on The Mother by Brooke, and then reading Smoop on the Song of the Open Road. You should read some of the excerpts from this poem, which is long. So I'm not asking you to read this lengthy poem, just excerpts from it. And this slide PDF has an excerpt, okay, from this long poem right here. This is actually an option for you to respond to by following number 1, 2, and 3, and then completing this table here, this handout. Okay, so this is an excerpt from the Song of the Open Road. But what you want to do for the task is answering this question. Okay, just post your response to that. And if you end up reading, if you end up liking the Song of the Open Road after you've read it, a few bits and pieces of it, and of course this is a choice for the poetry essay as well. Smoop is one of the better company that does pretty good job with literary analysis and study guides and whatnot. So it's got this whole section on the Song of the Open Road, and you can read as much or as little as you want to. Okay. Reflection. Please respond to these questions, and then respond to your classmates. Okay. So few of your classmates, many of them have posted. Looking good here. Have you actually posted yourself? Do you have any question on the discussion forum? Lisa, Elizabeth, Soha. Okay, so as you can see, your classmates have been busy posting their responses. You can also add yours. Maybe it's today, sometime today. Okay. Next, look ahead to the poetry essay. The task description is found here. Like the fiction essay, you get choices. The third choice being creative on your part, but then the title of your poem needs to be My Patronus Charm. That's a reference to the Harry Potter series. So then your poem would need to really utilize imagery to create, to evoke themes, powerful, positive memory. Because the Patronus charm chases away the mentor in the Harry Potter series, right? You have to, if you read Harry Potter, you know that, or you've seen the movies, you know, in order to cast this spell, you need to focus your energy and memory on a positive experience to be able to conjure up your Patronus, to chase away the Dementors. So that's the option here for you. If you like to be creative and write your own poem about, and you like Harry Potter, then you can try number 3. In addition to writing this poem that is roughly about 35 to 45 line long, you need to also write a 3-page analysis of the imagery within your work. And that 3-page analysis needs to follow our PI essay format, okay? And you need to submit your poem along with your 3-page analysis. Last semester, I had a student who did this, and it turned out to be very engaging and wonderful. That he wrote his own Patronus charm poem and wrote about it. If not, then choose option 1 or 2. Option 1 focuses on the symbols, so symbolism on any of these poems, one of these poems. Okay, so My Papa's Walls, which you did, along with I Wander Lonely as a Cloud and The Red Wheelbarrow, were last week. The unknown citizen will be next week. The river merchant's wife, a letter will be next week. Epitaph and epitaph from the dentist, the mother, the song, the open road, or this week. Okay, so any song that you are most attached to and you like to write about, choose that one. But number one focus on symbol, number two focuses on imagery. Next week we'll be looking at a chapter on imagery. Okay, so if you want to wait till next week to decide, you can, or if you already know enough about symbolism or symbols in poem or poetry, you should probably choose number one and thinking of which song, which poem you would like to, you should work on. There is one source required for this poem, for this assignment, 4 pages or more, double spaced, MLA heading, MLA works cited page. Pre-written and outlining materials will be due first, will be due next week, and then the final draft will be due the week after. Okay, so the due dates are here. Final draft, week 10, week 9, pre-write and outline. Thank you for following the guidelines by double underlining your thesis statement and single underlining your topic sentences. The majority of you are doing that with your fiction essay, which, by the way, I'm still grading. I've gotten through to 5 of them, and I still need to grade more. Okay, so I'll be doing that. Unfortunately, I'll be out of town this weekend. I cannot host our meeting tomorrow at 2 p.m. So I need to cancel that meeting. I'll post an announcement after this meeting ends. But I have been recording our meetings previously in this one so that I make them available to you on YouTube. So that's the poetry essay and the pre-written and outlining template. The PDF for those is here. As you can see, it looks exactly the same like the fiction essay. Okay. So that's the poetry essay looking ahead. Do you have any question on this assignment, on this major essay? It is considered a formal essay, which means that I'll be grading it more carefully. Slowly, that is. Carefully and slowly. Okay, good. Which URL will be due next week? You need to have your fiction essay up, your midterm number 1 up, and all of the posts that you deem web worthy or publication worthy, then you need to put them up. Do you have any question on Wix? Okay, go ahead. What question do you have? Well, the assignments that you should post on Wix, you should get away with just posting the first 2. Then the third one is your option. Okay, so you don't have to post anything from the discussions forums. Okay, so just if you don't want to, you don't have to. But if you think that you wrote many wonderful and your classmates responded to them well, and if you have a lot of likes, then maybe you should showcase those discussion posts on your Wix. So I would leave things that aren't written well out and just display things that are written wonderfully well. Okay. So Wix is like a not only does it satisfy the requirement for this class, it also can become a sort of like a talking point for whether you can use it during an interview or just hanging out with friends or family members. You can demonstrate your writing skills on Wix, what you've done for 1 week. And it doesn't even stop there. You can use Wix for other things, like I've mentioned before. So your ability to choose which writing pieces deem worthwhile for your audience to read, you should consider posting them. Okay, but essentially all of the formal writing assignments will go up on Wix. So the major assignments like the midterms, the fiction essay, the poetry essay, the drama critique essay, the research paper, they all need to go up on Wix. Okay, so the discussion posts are secondary and would be based on your discretion. But this is due next week, so now it's a reminder for you to get, to play around with Wix some more. And it is intuitive, and there are many help videos on it. Unless you absolutely have no idea, then I don't think Wix would give you any trouble. But if it does, please let me know next week or now so that I can take you through it. I demonstrated how to post on Wix this past Monday, and I posted that video on my YouTube channel. Okay, so 1B playlist. This one right here. Okay, when I recorded this meeting, I talked about how to post on Wix. So you can certainly, if you have no idea how to do Wix posting, you should check this video out or ask me later on. So moving on, we have our number 5 response on any one of these 3 poems from last week. The pre-write and outline submitted previously, and this one is for the final draft. Then we have the research paper first look, and this is just FYI. And looking ahead, the task description here. The due dates are also here. Week 10 is when you need to have your outline materials and the research paper and the pre-write, of the research paper due, because I need to look at it and approve it. So the sooner you get started on it, the better off you be. So that this is why the pre-write and outline will be due not next week, but week 10, so in 2 weeks. So now would be a good time to start thinking about it, start looking at the task description. And then the final draft won't be due until week 15, which is December 15th. So the essay instructions are here. This is a pie structure essay, just like all the other essays in this class. You have the literature choices here. Okay? If you like the lesson and want to build on top of that fiction essay, if you wrote your fiction essay on it, then you want to be on top of that, you want to extend it out, you can. That's fine. But look at the types of sources below. See, the requirement is only 6 or more pages long, right? 6 pages. But then it's really tight packed, because you need one source from this category, one source from this category, and so 3 different categories for you to choose one source from. So that even though there are only 3, it's actually harder to find and locate and process and utilize in your writing than if you were to have 10. So even though 3, it is actually difficult to do. So use what you know about EVC databases. But first, before you can even get here, finding the sources, you need to choose which literature piece you're gonna do. Okay? So one of these things. Now you need to read this, be thinking about it. Then you can choose. Then you can have your database search here. Okay, so you would use Academic Search Complete or literature right here, right? The literature database, databases, which include these things. So we'll get there later, but for now, it's necessary that you go through this handout and read this handout first. And so if you have more questions next week, we can totally have a discussion on it. This template, voila, is the same thing, okay? Same template, but it's got this checklist. So step 1, select meaningful piece of literature. Step 2, craft a thesis statement. Step 3, find researchers. So follow the steps here and check off the boxes. The first thing that you need to do is read this and then select one of these things and craft a thesis about the piece of literature that has impacted you the most. Okay? So if you answer these questions, your responses to these questions will enable you to write a thesis statement. So that's the research paper looking ahead. So again, the pre-write and the outline materials are due on November 12th, which is week 10. And that would be it for week 8. Okay? We go to week 9 next week, and I opened up the module probably on Monday. Can I help you with by explaining something again, or with any assignment that you would like me to look together with you? Okay. I'll be doing some gradings right now. So check your grades, not today, because I haven't done anything yet. Maybe on Sunday or something, so that you can see the new changes to your grades. Do you see any discrepancy with your grades, like any mistake that I made with the assignments you submitted? Maybe I give you a 0, but then you resubmit it, and then you need to change the score. Dai and Phương, are you guys okay? Or are you both clear about week 8 and the previous week? Bao has been responding to me, but I haven't heard anything from Dai and Phương. So if you have no problem, and thank you for responding to me, I guess that would be it for our meeting this week. So I will not be back until Monday, because I will be gone tomorrow. I cannot host our meeting tomorrow. In which case, you just need to contact me via inbox messages, my email, or my text number, if you have any question at all or any problem. Okay, so let me put this. If you have more questions, you can ask. But let me put this announcement up and then take attendance. Let's see. Okay. Let me put this announcement up. So no meeting. Meeting. October 27th at 2 p.m. We usually have our meeting at 2, so we're not going to have any. All right, I'm going to end the meeting, and we'll see you again. Good luck with getting your assignments in. I'm here for you, so reach out whenever you need. Okay, so take care.